6041. Before an individual can concentrate on learning, which human needs must be satisfied? A. Safety. B. Physiological. C. Security. The correct answer is B. Before an individual can concentrate on learning, their physiological needs must be satisfied. Physiological needs are the most basic human needs according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. They include the fundamental requirements for survival, such as food, water, shelter, sleep, and overall physical well-being. These needs are considered the foundation upon which higher-level needs can be met. When individuals' physiological needs are not satisfied, they experience discomfort, distraction, and preoccupation with fulfilling those needs. Hunger, thirst, fatigue, or physical discomfort can significantly hinder their ability to concentrate and engage in the learning process effectively. By ensuring that individuals have their physiological needs met, such as providing a conducive learning environment, access to food and water, comfortable seating arrangements, and opportunities for rest and breaks, they can be in a state of physical well-being. This allows them to focus their attention and mental energy on the learning tasks at hand. It is important for educators and instructional designers to consider and address learners' physiological needs to create an optimal learning environment. By meeting these basic needs, learners are more likely to be attentive, motivated, and ready to engage in the learning process. 6041-1. Before an individual can concentrate on learning, which human needs must be satisfied? A. Aesthetic. B. Biological. C. Psychological. The correct answer is B. Before an individual can concentrate on learning, their biological needs must be satisfied. Biological needs are the basic physiological requirements for survival and physical well-being. They include needs such as food, water, sleep, and shelter. These needs are fundamental and must be fulfilled to maintain the individual's overall health and functioning. When individuals are hungry, thirsty, sleep-deprived, or physically uncomfortable, their attention and focus are often directed towards satisfying these basic biological needs. They may experience distractions, discomfort, and reduced cognitive functioning, making it difficult for them to concentrate on learning tasks effectively. By ensuring that individuals have their biological needs met, such as providing them with nourishment, access to clean water, opportunities for adequate rest and sleep, and a comfortable learning environment, they can be in a state of physical well-being. This creates a foundation for them to concentrate, engage, and participate actively in the learning process. It is essential for educators and learning facilitators to be mindful of learners' biological needs and create a supportive environment that addresses these needs. By meeting these basic requirements, learners are more likely to be able to focus their attention, process information, and optimize their learning outcomes. 6045. Although defense mechanisms serve a useful purpose, they can also A. Provide feelings of adequacy. B. Alleviate the cause of problems. C. Involve some degree of self-deception and distortion of reality. The correct answer is C. Although defense mechanisms serve a useful purpose, they can also involve some degree of self-deception and distortion of reality. Defense mechanisms are psychological strategies that individuals unconsciously employ to cope with difficult or uncomfortable situations, emotions, or thoughts. They serve as protective mechanisms to help manage anxiety, protect self-esteem, and reduce psychological discomfort. Defense mechanisms can range from relatively adaptive and healthy strategies to maladaptive patterns of coping. While defense mechanisms can provide temporary relief and allow individuals to navigate challenging situations, they often involve some level of self-deception and distortion of reality. These mechanisms can involve distorting or denying unpleasant aspects of oneself, repressing uncomfortable memories, or rationalizing behavior to justify one's actions. By distorting reality, defense mechanisms can shield individuals from acknowledging and fully processing difficult emotions, conflicts, or undesirable aspects of themselves. While this can provide temporary relief, it can hinder personal growth, self-awareness, and the development of healthier coping strategies. It is important to note that defense mechanisms operate at an unconscious level, and individuals may not be aware of their use. Increased self-awareness in therapy can help individuals recognize and address maladaptive defense mechanisms, allowing for a more accurate perception of reality and healthier ways of coping with challenges. Understanding the role of defense mechanisms can be valuable in promoting self-reflection, personal growth, and the development of more adaptive coping strategies. It is essential to strike a balance between the protective function of defense mechanisms and the need for genuine self-awareness and acceptance of reality. 6046. When a learner presents beliefs opposite to what they truly believe, it usually is an indication of the defense mechanism known as A. Fantasy, B. Reaction formation, C. Displacement. The correct answer is B. When a learner presents beliefs opposite to what they truly believe, it is usually an indication of the defense mechanism known as reaction formation. Reaction formation is a defense mechanism in which individuals express thoughts, feelings, or behaviors that are the opposite of their true desires, beliefs, or impulses. It involves adopting attitudes or behaviors that are in direct contrast to one's genuine feelings or desires, often in an exaggerated or extreme manner. For example, if a learner holds certain unconscious or unacceptable beliefs or desires, they may employ reaction formation as a defense mechanism to suppress or deny those feelings. They might outwardly express attitudes or beliefs that are the complete opposite of their true thoughts, thus creating a false front or facade. By presenting beliefs opposite to their true beliefs, individuals using reaction formation attempt to alleviate anxiety, guilt, or internal conflict that may arise from their authentic desires or beliefs. This defense mechanism allows them to maintain a more socially acceptable or desirable image, even though it contradicts their genuine feelings or beliefs. It is important to note that reaction formation operates at an unconscious level, and individuals may not be fully aware that they are employing this defense mechanism. Increased self-awareness and exploration of underlying thoughts and feelings can help individuals recognize and understand their true beliefs and desires. Identifying and understanding defense mechanisms like reaction formation can provide insights into individuals' internal conflicts and emotional dynamics. This knowledge can be valuable in personal growth, self-reflection, and fostering a more authentic and congruent sense of self. 6047. Fantasy is a defense mechanism learners use when they A. Want to escape from frustrating situations, B. Cannot accept the real reasons for their behavior, C. Lose interest during the advanced stages of training. The correct answer is A. Fantasy is a defense mechanism that learners use when they want to escape from frustrating situations. Fantasy involves creating a mental or imaginative escape from reality by engaging in daydreaming, creating elaborate scenarios, or imagining idealized situations. It is a way for learners to mentally detach themselves from challenging or frustrating circumstances they may be experiencing. When learners encounter frustrating situations that they find difficult to cope with, they may employ fantasy as a defense mechanism to seek temporary relief or respite. By creating an alternate reality in their minds, learners can distance themselves from the stress, discomfort, or disappointments they are facing in the actual situation. Fantasy can serve as a coping mechanism by providing an outlet for emotional release, wish fulfillment, or a sense of control. It allows learners to explore alternative possibilities, idealized outcomes, or escape into a world of imagination where they have more agency or find comfort. It's important to note that while fantasy can offer temporary relief, it does not address or resolve the underlying issues or challenges learners may be facing. It is a means of psychological escape rather than a constructive problem-solving approach. Recognizing when learners engage in fantasy can be a valuable insight for instructors, indicating their need for support, guidance, or assistance in navigating frustrating situations more effectively. By acknowledging the role of fantasy as a defense mechanism, Educators can provide a supportive and understanding learning environment that addresses learners' needs and helps them develop more adaptive coping strategies to deal with frustration and challenges.